Academy Award-winning actress Brie Larson has had supporting roles in romantic comedies like The Spectacular Now and Trainwreck. But in Lessons in Chemistry, she gets to tell a love story of her own. Part of my initial interest in this story is that love depictions are so sacred and so important, and how they come to you and why they come to you is part of the magic of this life, says Larson, who stars in the lead role of Elizabeth Zott in the Apple TV series. It also means it's very hard to grapple with. Deciding how best to show that struggle in bringing the narrative drawn from Bonnie Garmus' novel of the same to TV is something Larson worked on closely with as an executive producer with showrunner Lee Eisenberg, who developed the series. Embodying Zott, a chemist who can no longer rely on the predictable when she falls in love with research chemist Calvin Evans, Lewis Pullman, at Hastings Laboratory and suffers an unimaginable loss, was a challenge for Larson. "I'm just far more emotional than she is," Larson tells The Hollywood Reporter, explaining that she would do takes where she would let out a big cry to release her emotions, and then get back into character. Elizabeth's just not a crier. She doesn't have access to that. Yet figuring out how to depict a woman who doesn't have to sacrifice her mind for love, but does have to learn how to be open to receiving it, was rewarding. "It was so nice for me to be able to do something that's loving and sweet. And not always talking about the darkest things that are happening in the world," says Larson, whose latest film, The Marvels, in which she stars as Captain Marvel, is currently in theaters.